Hey, have you ever got bored at work and you decided to do some things to help, do something active at your job? Well, that's what today we're going to talk about and how to do that in Social English on the Social English Podcast. Let's get started.
今日は英語修理店のエピソードです。英語を勉強している日本人が英語の間違いを正してくれないかと尋ねました。これを実際の会話英語で行ってみます。
Okay, everybody, welcome back. Percy here. We have another English repair shop episode where we help a Japanese person learning English how to fix their English with a real example. Today on the English repair shop, somebody wants to talk about what they do at work, kind of to spend time. What they do at work when they're not working, just for extra time, maybe because it's boring. So in every English repair shop, we help a Japanese person together, you and me, fix their wrong English. We have 4 parts to every social English repair shop episode. Part 1, I will give you the wrong English from the person who asked me to help them. And in part 2, I will give you the corrected social English version of how that would sound speaking. Remember, this is conversational speaking English. And in part 3, I'm going to give you any tips, hints, tricks that I have to help this person do better in speaking English. And so you at home don't make these same mistakes. And in part 4, I will give you fast English, natural speed English from a native American speaker, me, so you can practice listening to English, because in part 2, you will know exactly what I'm saying. So in part 3, you can train your ears to listen to native speed English. Okay? Sounds like a plan? Great. All right. Well, let's get started with part 1.
すべての英語修理店のエピソードと同様に4つのパートがあります。パート1では、英語を勉強している日本人が間違って言ったことを正確に聞くことができます。パート2では、会話型のソーシャルイングリッシュスタイルで正しい英語を聞くことができます。パート3では、パーシーはあなたが同じ過ちを犯さないようにするために、彼が重要だと考えるヒントをあなたに与えます。パート4で、パーシーは正しい英語版を高速で自然な速度で言います。このようにしてネイティブの速度で英語を聞く練習をすることもできます。
The wrong English. Okay, here is the part 1 wrong English. Please listen. Today is the 61st day in a row for me to clean up around the station. I did muscle training. I jumped rope and walked. I weigh 87 kilograms. My belief is to achieve small results with big efforts. I believe in making small efforts count. Okay, everybody, so that was the incorrect, wrong English on how to say this. Let's go back into the actual example here, and I'm going to say it one more time in slow speed, okay? So let's listen one more time. Today is the 61st day in a row for me to clean up around the station. I did muscle training. I jumped rope and walked. I weigh 87 kilograms. My belief is to achieve small results with big efforts. I believe in making small efforts count. So once again, that's not too bad. There's a few mistakes in there. How would you fix these? How would you correct their English? Okay, well, let's go into part 2. Let's go to part 2 where I will correct this with social English. Please listen carefully so you can hear what it should sound like. Today is the 61st day in a row I had to clean up around the station. I also worked out. I jumped rope and walked around the station. I weigh about 87 kilograms. I believe that you will get small results by putting in maximum effort. But I believe small efforts also count. Okay, so as you can see there, this particular person, they really did want you to understand that what they're doing is they're exercising and they're working out. So let's go into part 3 where I'll teach you the mistakes so that you don't make these same mistakes in your English. Okay, let's get started. The first thing that we want to talk about, that I want to talk about with you today, is the phrase muscle training. Okay, so in English, we don't say muscle training. We say, generally speaking, the easy way to talk about all exercise to make strong muscles, you want to say, I worked out. Okay? Worked out. That is current slang, worked out, for talking about any kind of exercise to build muscle or to get stronger. So use the phrase worked out. And in the next part, he says small results with big efforts. What you want to say is maximum effort. Being the most effort will create small results. So any small results should still have big or maximum effort. So we really would not say big efforts. It's just a little bit strange. So keep those things in mind when you want to talk about exercising or working out. Please remember those tips that I gave to you so that you don't make those same mistakes. Okay, now let's get to part 4. Let's talk about the fast English natural speed. So please listen very carefully. Practice listening so you can get better at your listening skills and you can listen and hear English a lot better. So please listen. Kite kudasai. This is the 61st day I had to clean up around the station. So I did some working out. I jumped roped and I walked around the station. I weigh about 87 kilograms. However, my belief is that with small results, you got to put in maximum effort. I believe that even though you put in maximum effort, small efforts still count. Okay, everybody, that's going to do it for today's episode of the Social English Podcast. For today's action item, I want you to talk about what you do for exercise. How do you work out? Do you do yoga? Do you jog? Do you do karate, basketball, whatever it is? Talk about that in a sentence in English. Practice that with a friend. Practice that with a Japanese person that's learning English, or if you're lucky, someone like me who is a native English speaker.
この章を気に入っていただけたら5つ星のレビューをぜひお願いします。コメントは英語か日本語でお書きいただければ喜んで読ませていただきます。realsocialenglish.com にアクセスしてぜひ無料でダウンロードしてください。ほとんどの日本人の英語を勉強している人がやってしまいがちな7つの間違いとその正しい言い方。また、毎日英語を上達させるのに役立つ資料もたくさんあります。Apple Podcast、Google Podcast、Stitcher、そして今はパンドラでもポッドキャストを購読いただけます。支援者になっていただけませんか？私たちがこの章を作るための支援として5ドルの寄付をお願いできませんか？今後のエピソードで感謝の気持ちをお伝えします。また、そこでしか利用できない新しいコンテンツも入手できます。patreon.com/socialenglish からご参加ください。ソーシャルメディアで私たちのポッドキャストを友達にシェアしたり、Twitter、Facebook、Instagram のフォローをお願いします。
Practice that with them and tell them about what you do. Okay, so other than that, I know that you learned some real social English today in today's episode. Don't forget to click on the like button there to share this video with other people and to help grow the channel. I really appreciate if you do that. Also, please don't forget to, I just hit my head on the microphone. Okay, so please don't forget to subscribe to as well. Leave a comment down below. I want to know what you thought about this episode and what I can do to make more episodes that you'd like to hear from me. Okay? Also, if there's anything you want me to put on this episode, you want me to fix your English, you could email me at Percy@realsocialenglish.com, or you can leave it in Twitter at Social English for Japanese. Social English for Japanese is the Twitter handle. All right. Well, again, appreciate you. Thanks for showing up, joining me today. Don't forget that the podcast link is down in the description where you can listen to the podcast on the train, as you're driving, bicycling, whatever. It's harder. It's a lot easier than doing it with YouTube. All right. Anyway, that's all. See you next video. Peace and love.
今日は楽しい時間をありがとうございました。ぜひ私たちのウェブサイト realsocialenglish.com を訪問して日本語訳と役立つ情報を手に入れてください。また次回お会いしましょう。バイバイ。See you next time. Bye bye.